Hello, Ceazor. Hello, Ceazor. What are you doing? I'm doing the same thing you're doing. What am I doing? You're buying Tesla-pegged cryptocurrencies. I am? Yep, come on in. Okay.
Hello and welcome to Ceazor Snack Sandwich. Today we're on Ethereum. We're on Mainnet Smart Chain. Sorry again. We're on Terra. That's right. We're on 3 blockchains today. Okay, we're taking a look at a project called the Mirror Protocol. Let's swing over there. This is the main Mirror dashboard. I've done a little bit of trading in here, but not much. And what it is basically is it's a market for selling stock pegged cryptocurrencies. So what does that mean? It's like synthetic stocks, so to speak. So if you go down, you can see the list of them so far. Here, there's quite a few. There's Tesla and iShares Silver, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, a whole bunch, okay? So there's a bunch of ways to get a hold of these tokens, and they are basically pegged to the price of the regular stock. However, because they're trading inside liquidity pools, the prices are not exactly the same as the stock itself, but they do kind of adjust and they do kind of stay close through the minting process and so forth. So there's quite a bit to this one, so I'm not going to get into all the nitty-gritties and especially all the little details about how to mint and all this kind of stuff, but I will give you a quick overview of everything because there's a lot of things I need to cover about this. So let's start right here on the dashboard. So the first thing you'll notice is that it has its own Terra wallet because this is on the Terra chain, okay? So if you come to, where is it? If you click on here, when you first come in here, it's gonna have a thing here where you can download it and that'll take you to the Chrome web store and you can download it. So make sure you use the link here, and I'll also put a link in the description so that you can go make sure you're getting the right wallet. And then you'll have to set up the wallet with the old, the seed phrases, the passwords, the name, and so forth. And then you'll have to set it all up so it works. So then it'll come into the tray up here, just like the MetaMask. And I currently have it here. And I have a couple, I bought some Tesla today to test it out and some UST tokens. Okay. So when you want to get into this, the first thing you need to do is you need UST tokens. Okay, there are several ways to get UST tokens, but let's talk about the first way and I don't want to call it the easiest way, but the way that you kind of have to do it if you want to function on the Terra network with the Terra wallet. That is, you need to go through KuCoin. Now this is kind of a long process, so I'm not going to go through all the steps here. This is kind of a nightmare if you've never used it before. There's quite a few, it's like in the centralized exchange, you don't need to KYC, but you need to like verify this, you need to do your email, you need to do some sort of 2-point certification, like authentication, sorry. It's just kind of a nightmare. But if you don't have a KuCoin account already, then you can use my affiliate link in the description below. And I don't know what I'll get. Maybe I'll get a couple dollars or here or there. I used one of my community members to make this today, and I was able to use it. It took me a few hours though. This was probably the hardest process. I'm not going to say hard, it was just the longest process, go through this and then send the coins in here, just like a normal exchange, from some wallet, send them in here, and then you need to trade them for this USD token. So let's go to trade, spot. So the only 2 pairs that I was able to find in KuCoin were these 2, the USDT, UST, and USDC, UST. So now this UST token is the Terra US dollar token. It's supposed to be pegged to 1, and it's pretty good at staying pegged, and as you can see it stays relatively pegged. There's a few spikes in here, but it's not too bad. So you need to send some coins in here and buy some UST, and then you'll have to go to your wallet and withdraw it. So let's go back to the wallet. So here I am on my main account, back in the assets here on the main account. Now once again, this is not a KuCoin tutorial, so I'm going to try to do this quick. I'm going to skip some steps, so then you go to withdraw, and then you have to ask, it's going to ask which token. You can change your token here, but you could do it back there. So then wallet, you would have to open up your Terra wallet, click on the little copy, and place the wallet address in here. How much would you like to do? And then you can send it. and then it'll end up in your wallet. And actually it's very fast from here to here. Like, it happened even faster than I could open this up. It was just a bang, already in there. Very fast. So once you have USDT in here, USDT is basically like the ETH of this protocol. So anytime you want to do anything in here, then you need USDT. Oh, sorry, UST tokens, okay? So when you come in here, you'll have some UST in your wallet, maybe however money you brought over. So then the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to decide whether or not you want to use your UST tokens to trade for some synthetic asset like this Tesla token that I did, or you want to mint some new tokens with USDT. Now the reason why you would want to mint is because you get the token at the actual peg price, or the actual real price of the asset. Whereas rather, if you want to trade, the reason why you would want to do that is because then you can not have collateral inside. Now I'll show you when we go into the mint why that's not a thing, something you would want to do. But let's quickly just go to trade. So trade, you can just come in here and however much USDT you have, UST, I think that was right, and then you could choose the stock you want to, the token you want to buy for which stock, like whatever, Apple or Tesla or whatever it is you want to buy, okay? And you would, use some of your UST to buy it. Now remember, you need to keep some UST for fees, so don't spend all your UST on stock. Always keep a little bit around, like just pretend it's ETH, okay? Or BNB if you're on Binance, okay? So you can also sell here and buy. It's just basically interacting with the liquidity pools. So now the other option, like I said, is mint. But let's take a look at one of the stocks. Let's look at something easy. Let's use Apple. Apple, we have 145. Remember, 145,673. That's the cost to buy Apple from the liquidity pool. If we go to mint and we use USD and we choose as asset Apple, we get 142. Oh, sorry. Let's open that back up. 142. So as you can see, it's a little bit cheaper, and that's because it hasn't been traded up. This is the price of Apple currently. However, if we do swing over to Google and check the stock price, it's at 139.07. But if we check with the trading view, we see that it's at 143.11. So there's a little bit of a premium in here, or maybe it's actually considering this pre-price as well, this pre-price feed as well, just based on the time I'm doing this, right? Now you can trade this anytime outside of markets. So it'll just, when there is no market hours, it will just use the last price that was live to mint. So that's something you can keep in mind as well. If you mint, you're getting it at the actual price. If you trade, you're getting it at a little bit of an adjusted price. It depends on market, right? If there's a whole bunch of selling, then it will actually be cheaper. But if there's a whole bunch of buying, then it's going to be a little bit more expensive. So why wouldn't I just mint then? Because there are collateral ratios. You cannot use all the USD you put up for collateral to mint. So as you can see here, that it actually requires you to lock up 150% of the value. So if you want to mint $100 worth of an asset, then you need to lock up $150 of UST. So if you want to make a liquidity pool like this, let's say you wanted to put half Tesla and half UST in here. If you say you brought $200 and you wanted to make liquidity pool, you could probably use 90 for this and 90 for this and save 10 for fees and so forth, or whatever. You get the point. Let's just go forget about fees and let's just say 100 and 100, right? But if you were to mint, you wouldn't be able to get 100 and 100 because you can't use all your collateral. You can only mint some of it. So if you are doing a small amount, then you might want to consider trading for it. But if you're doing a large amount, then you might want to consider minting, because trading, then you're going to constantly push up the price and you'll get some slippage and so forth, right? So why would you want to provide liquidity to these pools? Because it's a way of holding stock, right? So you're holding the stock. You can trade the stock with other people. You can buy it anywhere, but you can also stake into the liquidity pools. So you can go to pool, provide this liquidity to the liquidity pool, and then you'll have a stake token and you can bring it here and stake it. So as you can see, they have these APYs, right? These APYs are tokens paid, the MIR token. So let's go back to my page. I have one pair here, Tesla versus UST token, and it's currently paying 250% APR. Now that's APR, so it's not going to compound by itself. You need to claim the rewards by yourself and sell the rewards for more and put it back inside. So you get the idea. So this is a manual thing. You're going to have to do this manually, but you get the idea. So one of the things I really like about this is it allows me to maintain some exposure to my Tesla, because I have quite a bit of Tesla stock elsewhere, and I'm thinking about migrating a bunch of it here. And it allows me to then also get some APY on the Tesla by providing liquidity to these liquidity pools. Now this liquidity pool, I assume, will have some impermanent loss because it is a double-sided liquidity pool, and this is US dollars versus Tesla, and Tesla is going to keep going up. So I wouldn't put all my Tesla in here because you're going to slowly lose a little bit, but maybe if you want to reduce your exposure to Tesla a little bit, you can use this liquidity pool to slowly reduce it as the Tesla price goes up, 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 and get rewarded for doing it. Okay, it's pretty good. I put it in a few hours ago, and that's how much I have. I'd have to check the price of the MRR token. I don't know what it's currently selling for. Maybe we can just check right here. USD, MR, so let's go with 1. So $2, about $2 to $3, which is pretty good. So, you know, you get some good rewards for providing liquidity here, and you get to maintain some exposure to your synthetic assets or your stocks. Okay, now like I said, for providing liquidity to the liquidity pools, you are rewarded with MIR tokens, and they are the governance token of this protocol. So let's go over to the governance. So if you can stake your governance and gain 16% on the MRR token, which is not too bad, and if you stake your tokens in here and you're gaining the 16%, you can also participate in the proposals of, like, you know, adding some different stocks and maybe some other things. I think it's mostly just adding stocks, meme contest, all these kinds of things. Okay, so if you get some MIR tokens, you can stake them here, gain some API, and participate in governance. If you don't want to go through this whole process of getting this Terra wallet and sending your money through KuCoin into this platform here in order to get this cheap, fast gas, then you can, there are some other options, okay? You can come to this website here, eth.mirror.finance, and you can simply use Ethereum to do it, okay? You can buy from Uniswap, buy the UST straight off Uniswap. You can buy the tokens off Uniswap, buy the, you know, the different stock tokens. You can provide liquidity to Uniswap, and you can stake the token here and gain the same MIR token. So it's basically, you know, all done on Ethereum if you want. Okay, I've chosen not to do this because I would like to spread my risk a little bit across several blockchains, but it is possible to do that here. And, you know, if you're using a lot of money, then maybe gas is not such an issue for you, so you would consider this an option as well. Now, alternatively, we can also go to PancakeSwap on the Binance Smart Chain and do the same thing. And now however, they don't currently, if you look at the APYs, they're only earning in cake. Let me open my Binance. Okay, so I've connected the Binance Smart Chain wallet to see if I get any other alternative details. And it doesn't really say anything much. It just says, like, I'm going to earn cake. It doesn't say anything about MRIR token. So I think this is still going to allow you to, you know, trade these synthetic tokens, which is good. And you can stake the LP, you can build the LP here on PancakeSwap and get cake emissions, but you're going to miss out on the MIR token emissions. Okay, so this is another option for you to consider. Now, the next thing here I wanted to show you is that the Mirror protocol here, it has a full audit done on it. It has a proper bounty program. I've read through most of this. I skimmed through a few pieces of it, but the docs is pretty good. I would consider reading through a lot of this and getting a good idea of what's going on. I've selected 2 articles, the Mirror user guide, which is pretty much a full-fledged like summary of everything, and an introduction to mirror farming, mirroring the farm token, so building the LPs and getting some rewards for providing to the LPs. I'll put links to all of these in the description below, and thanks for watching. I hope this has been useful, and I hope you like it. Now, if you'd like to get in contact with me, you can follow me on Twitter, you can join my Telegram, which is in the description below. And thanks for watching. Goodbye. Hello, thank you so much for watching, and if you'd like to support the channel, there are a few ways you can help me out a lot. Number one is I have a Gitcoin grant. This is a pretty unique way to help out. Basically, the way this system works is if you supply me with any kind of donation, then the protocol itself will also match your donation with like an increasing amount the more the people donate to me. So for example, if you were to give me 1 DAI, the protocol will give me 4 DAI, which is great, you know, so your 1 DAI can go a long way. So please feel free to come here and check this out. You know, link to this will be in the description. Another way you could support me is by going to YGift, link in the description. And here, where this says collect for me, it would say tip. You tip this, and you could give me some YUSD if you want. And that would definitely help me out quite a bit. Another way you could support me is you could check out my Rarible store and purchase an NFT. Now, the best kind of support is just you watching my videos and liking them and subscribing. So if you did that, thanks so much for doing that, and goodbye.